Imagine if everything you thought about spiritual practices was actually backed by hard science. Harvard, Stanford, and MIT researchers are now proving what monks and mystics claimed centuries ago. Meditation, gratitude, prayer, and breathwork don't just make you feel good, they physically rewire your brain and body. Ready to find out how? Let's go. I used to think meditation was just for gurus, but after seeing actual brain scans and reading clinical studies, I realized these ancient practices are the original biohacks. Today, I will break down the science so you can use these tools for real transformation. No incense, no temple required. Every major spiritual tradition developed practices that neuroscience now proves are the most effective ways to optimize your body and mind. Let's decode how and why they work. Let me introduce you to the brain changing discovery. Dr. Sarah Lazar at Harvard found that just 8 weeks of meditation increases your brain's cortical thickness in areas linked to attention and sensory processing, and also shrinks your amygdala, the fear center, by up to 5%. That's less anxiety and better focus in just 2 months. Next aspect is spiritual science connection. What yogis called enlightenment, neuroscientists called neuroplasticity. What mystics described as divine connection, researchers identify as increased gamma wave activity. Those same brain waves you see in elite athletes and peak performers. But which spiritual practices actually show up in brain scans and blood tests? Here are the 5 most scientifically proven practices and what they do to you inside and out. Number 1, meditation, the brain optimizer. UCLA's Dr. Aline Luders found that long term meditators have more brain folding, meaning faster thinking and better problem solving. But even 12 minutes a day for 8 weeks boosts your focus by 14% and reduces mind wandering by 22%. The ancient Buddhists called it mindfulness. Science call it attention regulation training. Number 2, gratitude, the happiness hack. Dr. Robert Emmons from UC Davis showed that gratitude journaling increases dopamine by 25% and boosts serotonin levels, the happiness chemical. Participants who wrote down 3 things they were grateful for daily slept better, had stronger immune systems, and 23% less stress hormone, which is called cortisol. Number 3, prayer, or it could be a mantra. This is a stress killer. Harvard's Dr. Herbert Benson discovered that relaxation response, repeating prayers or mantras, activates your parasympathetic nervous system, dropping blood pressures and reducing anxiety by 36%. It could be any mantra, it could be any affirmations, but it has to be repeated on a regular basis. Number 4, compassion. It is called the connection booster. Stanford's Center for Compassion found that loving kindness meditation increases activity in the brain's empathy center and improves emotional regulation by 50%. People practicing compassion were 23% more generous and felt more connected to others. Number 5, which is the last one but is the most important one, breath work, the instant reset. Dr. Elisa Appel at UCSF proved that breathwork increases telomerase activity by 30%, slowing cellular aging. The 4, 7, 8, or maybe 4, 6, 8, it's up to you how long you can do, can calm your nervous system in less than 2 minutes. Yogis called it pranayama, science called it automatic regulation. I have done multiple videos on variety of pranayamas you can see in the playlist. Here is where it gets fascinating. These practices don't just work in isolation. When you combine them, the benefits multiply, literally rewiring your mind and body for resilience and peak performance. Yale's Dr. Judson Brewer found that people practicing multiple spiritual disciplines show more activity in the default mode network, the part of your brain responsible for creativity, insight, and emotional intelligence. My 90 days experiment. I combined meditation, gratitude, journaling, and breathwork for 90 days. My heart rate variability, a key stress marker, improved by 40%. Sleep quality jumped by 35%, and I felt more focused and calm than ever. Dr. David Wilson's research suggests that spiritual practices evolved because they helped our ancestors survive, boosting social bonding, lowering stress, and increasing resilience in tough times. Faith, it turns out, might be evolution's original performance hack. So, how do you fit these powerful practices into a modern, busy life? Here is the science backed routine you can actually stick. Start with 5 minutes of morning routine first. In the first 1 to 2 minutes, perform box breathing. You can inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and again repeat. Then, in the next 1 minute, you can write three things you are grateful for. Finally, in next 1 to 2 minutes, perform loving kindness meditation. Send good wishes to yourself, to your loved ones, and even someone you don't like much. The science based evening routine is also very important. Like the way you performed 5 minutes morning routine, you should perform 5 minutes in the evening. Start spending time for the first 5 minutes when you come back from office to home in writing, journaling your thoughts, what went well, what you learned, what you want to do tomorrow. Next 3 minutes, progressive muscle relaxation. This is the best way because our muscles work so much, but we hardly give them rest. So do some relaxation that will help your muscles because you have spent full day in your work. And then finally, next 2 minutes, repeat a mantra or prayer or any affirmations which will give you more peace. Just 15 minutes a day activates all five pathways. Now, I also want to clear out some of the myths regarding these practices. Everyone says that you need hours daily to do these kind of activities, which is false. Research shows 12 minutes is enough for measurable brain changes. It is just placebo, people will say. These are not real clinical research. Brain scans show actual structural changes. These are not just placebo. Then they will say you need to be religious. The benefits are universal. Science does not care what you believe. In today's world, what we are really seeing is the convergence of ancient wisdom and modern science. The mystics were the original biohackers. Now, with neuroscience, we can understand and amplify their discoveries for our own growth. Which of these five practices are you most excited to try? Drop it in the comments and I'll share my favorite starter tips. Subscribe for more on the science of well being, where ancient wisdom meets modern research. Your brain and souls will thank you. Keep discovering yourself.